Salazar Slytherin. Salazar Slytherin, FLC, 993, was a pure-blood wizard, noted for his cunning and determination. He was regarded as one of the greatest wizards of the age, respectively as a Parselmouth and as a skilled legilimens. Slytherin was one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry along with Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff and Rowena Ravenclaw. He was also the namesake of the Slytherin house. He mistrusted Muggle-born students to the point of proposing that they should not be accepted at Hogwarts. However, when he expressed his opinion to the other Hogwarts founders, they did not agree with him. In response, he left the school, never to return. Slytherin died sometime after creating the Chamber of Secrets, concealing a basilisk. His intention was to have his heir return to the school and unleash the horror within the chamber. The basilisk would therefore purge the school of those who, in Slytherin's view, were unworthy to study magic. Biography. Early life. Salazar Slytherin was raised into a pure-blood family in either Ireland or Great Britain, where he was either born or raised in a Funland area. He and his family had the rare magical gift of speaking Parseltongue. During his youth, he was best friends with Godric Gryffindor. At some point, Slytherin created his own wand, made of snakewood with a core of basilisk horn. He taught it the unique ability to sleep when commanded in Parseltongue. Hogwarts founder. In 993, Salazar Slytherin founded Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in his adulthood, with friends Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff and Rowena Ravenclaw, though he later severed ties with Gryffindor. He even appeared to have carefully selected members of his own house. The qualities which Slytherin prized in his hand-picked students included resourcefulness, determination, and a certain disregard for the rules, along with the ability to speak Parseltongue. He also selected his students according to their cunning, ambition, and blood purity. His house within Hogwarts was symbolized by a serpent, with house colors of green and silver. Leaving Hogwarts. After founding Hogwarts and coexisting for years, one day, a rift began to grow between Slytherin and the other founders. Slytherin disliked taking students from Muggle families, seeing them as untrustworthy and unworthy of being taught magic, and tried to persuade the other founders to only take students from pure-blood families. However, the other founders didn't agree with Slytherin, particularly Gryffindor. Eventually, Slytherin and Gryffindor had a bitter and possibly even violent argument over the subject. It is possible that they dueled, or that a civil war of sorts broke out between the houses. Slytherin chose to leave the school eventually, but he had left the Chamber of Secrets and his basilisk behind, and he later died at an old age. Post-mortem. According to ancient legend, as told by History of Magic professor Cuthbert Binns, Salazar Slytherin was responsible for the construction of the Chamber of Secrets beneath Hogwarts dungeons. It was specifically created for the purpose of purging the school of all Muggle-born students. The chamber contained a basilisk which could be controlled only by his own, true heir, and be used it to purge the school of all Muggle-borns. At least part of the legend was revealed to be true in 1943, when Tom Marvolo Riddle, the heir of Slytherin, opened the chamber and used the basilisk to attack Muggle-borns. Another popular historical theory mentioned on the wizard's ordinary magic and basic aptitude test was that towards the end of his life Salazar reconciled with the other founders and returned to the school and eventually died there. However, this theory had never been proven, and the presence of the basilisk at the school long after his death would suggest such a reconciliation did not occur, as he likely would have removed the basilisk from the school otherwise. One girl the basilisk actually killed was a ghost known by the name of Moaning Myrtle. The opening to the Chamber of Secrets is located in the bathroom she now haunted, and can only be opened by speaking Parseltongue, as Slytherin could. Riddle opened the chamber again in 1993 through the use of one of his 7 Horcruxes, his diary. Using the bit of his soul encompassed by the diary, he possessed Ginny Weasley and forced her to do his bidding. While he still attacked Muggle-born students, his ultimate goal was to lure Harry Potter into the chamber and kill him. Salazar Slytherin owned a locket emblazoned with the letter S that became an heirloom of his last known line of descendants, the Gaunts. Mary P. Gaunt sold the locket to Caractacus Burke. It was then bought up by Hepzibah Smith, who had a love for antiques. It was subsequently stolen from her by Tom Riddle. Riddle would later turn the locket into a Horcrux, and conceal it in a seaside cave he had visited in his youth. The same locket was later removed from the cave by Regulus Black with aid from his house elf, Kreacher. Kreacher was ordered to destroy the locket, but was unable to do so. It was later stolen from the Black family home at 12 Grimmauld Place by Mundungus Fletcher, and eventually found its way into the hands of the Ministry of Magic employee, Dolores Umbridge. Umbridge used it as a credential by wearing it and claiming the S stood for Selwyn, a pure-blood family line. She either did not know better or wanted to conceal its real meaning from the public. The locket was recovered by Harry Potter, and was later destroyed by Ron Weasley with Godric Gryffindor's sword. This act of destruction removed all of the Horcrux's power. There were also portraits of Slytherin hung at Hogwarts Castle, one guarding a secret shortcut between the dungeon's antechamber and the entrance hall side room. The password required to gain access to said shortcut was Mortal Dread. The other was hung at the headmaster's office, part of the headmaster portraits gallery. In the 1997-1998 school year, Slytherin's heir, Riddle, now known as Lord Voldemort, realized his ancestors' wish of purging the school of Muggleborns via another method, by taking over the Ministry of Magic and using falsified propaganda. Voldemort managed to have Muggleborns evicted from the wizarding world, and at the end of the year, Voldemort even claimed that Hogwarts no longer needed sorting, and that Slytherin symbols, shields and colors would suffice. After Voldemort's death, all of this was repealed, and Slytherin's ultimate desire ended in failure. However, even after Voldemort's death, Salazar Slytherin's bloodline survived through Voldemort's secret daughter Delphine, whom he conceived with Bellatrix Lestrange. As of 2020, Delphine was the last known survivor of the Slytherin bloodline. Physical description. The statue of Salazar Slytherin in the Chamber of Secrets depicted an ancient and monkeyish man with a long thin beard that fell almost to the bottom of his sweeping robes. His beard was white in color. Marvolo Gaunt, a blood relative, was similarly described as being monkey-like in appearance. Personality and traits. Salazar Slytherin was known to possess great cunning and determination, qualities he prized in students of Slytherin House. At one point, the Sorting Hat referred to him as power-hungry Slytherin. He seemed to stop at nothing to get what he wanted. This was proven when he constructed the Chamber of Secrets to purge Muggleborns, despite the fact that the other founders disagreed with his beliefs. This unrepentant ruthlessness mixed with pure-blood supremacist views would later be adopted by numerous descendants of his, the infamous Voldemort not least of all. Slytherin was also quite proud and vain, as he went to the trouble of immortalizing his image in the Chamber of Secrets in the form of a titanic statue standing several dozen feet tall, something that the other three founders were never known to have done. An effigy of such proportions would certainly reflect a grandiose image of oneself. This love of grandeur was apparently passed on to his bloodline as well, as the descending Gaunt bloodline ended up squandering their fortune for self-indulgent lavishness long before the generation of Marvolo, who continued to flaunt the little heirlooms he had left in front of others. Slytherin was said to be one of the greatest wizards of his age, with extensive magical abilities, particularly in legilimency. When considering sorting a student into Slytherin, the Sorting Hat looks for Slytherin's traits in the student, including cunning, determination, ambition, and resourcefulness. Magical abilities and skills. Parseltongue. Salazar Slytherin was one of the earliest recorded Parselmouths and used this ability to control a basilisk. His house's symbol was a serpent due to this, and he passed this trait on to his descendants. Legilimency. Slytherin was said to have been a skilled legilimens. Dark arts. There are rumors that he originally built the Chamber of Secrets as a place to teach students dark magic as an academic class. Indeed, he was capable of casting the Killing Curse and the Imperious Curse, which were not unforgivable during his lifetime, and was skilled in the handling of cursed objects, showing him to have been a powerful dark wizard. Wand lore/wand making. Slytherin created his own wand of snake wood and basilisk horn. He also taught it the unique ability to sleep when instructed. Basilisk breeding. Slytherin managed to breed a basilisk and kept it alive in the Chamber of Secrets for over 1,000 years, surpassing its average 900-year lifespan. Charms. With the combined abilities of the other founders, he helped to bewitch the Sorting Hat into a sentient and talking magical object with personality, to sort students well after their lifetime. He could also produce at least a non-corporeal Patronus. Possessions. Wand. Slytherin owned a wand made of snakewood with a basilisk horn core. It was passed down through the generations until it was stolen from Gormlaith Gaunt by her niece Isolde Sayer, and later buried on the grounds of Ilvermorny School in North America. Locket. Slytherin owned a locket which he passed down to his descendants. It was later turned into a Horcrux by his descendant Tom Riddle. Basilisk. Slytherin owned a basilisk and kept it in the Chamber of Secrets. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.